Okay, well, let's get started with the competition. To introduce tonight's judge, we call on Chair of the Program Committee, Marilyn Fish. Marilyn?
Well, Meryl has been a friend of mine for a very long time. She she taught computer art, well, first in Bushwick and then at the um, what was Meryl? What was that school that that?
Collaborative education in the old Stockton High School building.
Okay, well, anyway, um, we she took a lot of pictures when she taught in Bushwick, and I used to like to take a lot of pictures when I was a teacher. They were very different because I was the music teacher, and mine were often set to music for graduation. But I know I encouraged her to look at those pictures and have a show at Soho Photo Gallery. And it was just about the time when Bushwick was starting to become a big art center. And the store, I mean, it's amazing. I know several people who got recognized after they retired or whatever in their later years for work that they started doing a very long time ago. And uh, Merrill has been such a prolific photographer and now has had an amazing success. So I'm very proud to be her friend and admirer.
And I am grateful. It's because of Marilyn Fish encouraged me to apply for the Soho Photo Show and let it show the Bush. It changed my life. Changed my life and career. Thank you.
Okay, so we're ready to get started with the competition. Let me give you a brief explanation. We first have a quick run through. We have 90 images in the competition tonight. We'll show each image for a couple of seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, just so everybody can see what's in the show and Merrill can get a head start. Then we'll go through a second time more slowly, and we'll ask Merrill to give her comments, and she can comment about just about anything, composition, technical stuff, you name it, and then give a score of A, B, or C. A is a better image, C is an average image, B is an average image, and C is one that needs more work. So that's the beginning, and then we'll go through the rest of the competition after that. When you're giving your comments and your score, somewhere around a half a minute to less than a minute, so we can get through with everything before breakfast.
And thank you thank you, Park West, for allowing me to look at your work again. Okay,
We're now ready for the second run through, Merrill.
and now I,
Thank you for your comments and your critique and your score of A, B, or C.
okay,
Okay,
yes. I would, I think,
Wait a minute, we're seeing, okay, thanks.
okay, I actually love this image, and it would be an A, but I'm gonna say a B. I actually think it's beautiful. You know, the person is like, I just sort of hit the kid in the door and all the activity and stuff around it, and she's looking this way and he's coming that way. Somehow, how it's processed bothers me. Like maybe because it's JPEG, and it, you know, if it was a traditional darkroom print, I'd say the man standing in the door to the left, it looks like it's burned around him. However, whoever is doing this, however you're making this into turning this to black and white and processing is not to my taste. But I think but compositionally and content, it's exquisite. But I think, but to me, that whatever it is that has been done to it detracts from the image. And again, this is just my opinion. But try it the other way.
okay, B.
It's a B.
What was the score?
Oh, the first one is a B. First one's a B. I'm gonna be a little tough with this one. I'm gonna say C. It's an, you know, it's okay what it is and all that, but if, you know, compositionally, I want the bottom of the lip there. If you're gonna play with the question mark of the sculpture, you want to see the curve of it. It's like the composition is off. It needs work. You know, the metal is in focus, and the background is interesting, but how it's composed through the viewfinder or cropped detracts to me. B, it's classic. It's just classic. You know, it's New York. It's movement. It's exciting. Why I'm not saying A is just subjective. And again, it's beautifully composed. It's a beautiful scene. But I'm saying B, and but again, this is my personal taste. It would be beautiful to look at on your wall. It'd be beautiful in a calendar. B, yeah, again, a B. It's interesting, you know, someone walking in and the lights. It's a little I don't know if well, no, the cocktails and the burrito sign is crispy. But I've seen it before, like the church. I've seen it before. So to me, that's why it detracts. But the color, I like the color balance. And this is, you know, this
Wait a minute. No, I didn't.
color.
Sorry.
Okay,
This one bring the again, it might be typical in some way, but a landscape, but there's a dreaminess that I really like, which is surprising, is that the cloudiness is in the back, and yet it gets crisp in the front. So I'm actually going to move it up to an A because it's dreamy like to me. It's the person in Maine. A B. It's a nice composition. It's a textured something. I'm not that excited about it, you know, but I'm glad somebody else is. So I'm not, you know, why this rope? I guess it's a rope about ropes, but it's done nicely. And the best part of this one I like is that the X, it's hard to, the only thing that makes me understand where I'm looking is the American flag on the top coming down in a pulley. It's that it, or I'm not even sure. It's very mysterious whether I'm looking down or looking forward at something. Is it parallel to me, or am I looking down, or is it reflections? And so because of all that mystery that I'm seeing right now, I'm going to say an A, because it's, and all the little people are in the little triangle below. It's tricky. It's, you know, sophisticated. This is a beautiful composition, and I like the way the yellow moves through the space, and then almost becomes a black and white. I'm gonna move this to say an A. It makes me think you're a Pope. I like the you know, you caught the sensitivity of this, I imagine it's a saint, which saint I don't know. And what the most interesting thing one of the most interesting things is what's gold, like in the plaques in the front, what's been rubbed off. I guess people have been rubbing it, but who cleaned that off? It somehow might have moved a little closer, or maybe from the angle a little bit. It's not totally there, but I could see what drew you to it. B. Oh, right into the theme of the Pope, right? I think it's beautiful how the light of the statue up front really is so crisp, and it's alive, and the person, whether it's a man or a woman, is so contemplative, and the lights and all the crucifixes in the back, very, very dreamy. I'm just saying, hey, I mean, the face next to the statue is gorgeous, and the light on them. It's interesting, and it might have been more interesting if you went all the way up close to that, to the hand and the nose, to make it more mysterious. Of the light, the dark and the light works. B. Very patient person to let you focus. This could be this. I have a collection like that. The quality of the JPEG detracts from this image. I can't tell if it's out of focus, but I actually think it's just a really low res JPEG and blown up. And so since I don't know that, I'm going to say C, because something's wrong, and but help, you know, but it's not clear. It's not focused. And I think it's the JPEG quality, and it would definitely be stronger if you had a higher res image of it. So, but since I don't know that, I'm assuming it, I'm going to say C, because it needed for the presentation value. What a pretty city we live in, right? And the moon. I know it sounds funny, but the sky, I mean, I love the purple. I love the windows and the super moon. The detractor to me is the pixels. I know it sounds really strange. You can tell I'm dusting my monitor. I'm a Prince's daughter, saying the pixels in the sky bother me. It makes me know that it's been like bumped up, you know, like a super high ASA, and that's it's a detraction. It's like noise, so it moves it. I'm gonna say B, but I love that you saw it, and then you had that view, and you caught the moon and the radiance. It's a nice picture of a flower. Again, and it'd be nice on a calendar. It's not my thing, but it's nicely done, and I like the little thorns, you know, in the leaf on the right. So it's a B. Subject wise for me would be a C, but it's well done. It's just because that's my personal bias. And and again, this might be another case where the quality of the JPEG is not big. The fiddle for, I think it's a fiddle firm, I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem to be in focus to me. And if that was the subject, I'm not so excited about all the yellow space on top. So I'm gonna move it to the C because of its sound focus, and to me. And again, could be, maybe it's a phone picture. Whatever it is, it's not crisp enough to my eyes. Well, you know, it's like first glance, I thought it was like Asia, you know, with the boats. And the only thing that gives it away, what it is, like, okay, the buildings, but then I see palm trees. But something about it is it speaks of many colors, so then it's kayak. Okay, it's the pine family. No, I'm gonna say a B, because I want something more to make it more exciting, but it's well done. And I like how the yellow of the oars are the only thing that are muted. I mean, they're not the same palette. They're like a little, not lovely color. The person on the right is the most interesting thing in this picture, that's for sure. Saying person, because it could be, again, this could be in Asia, and he could be a monk and say he's a fashionista. And I almost want, like, if you could move them up, you'd say, hey, guy with the coats on the rack, move up closer so we can make it a statement about fashion. Or go, it's well composed, but I wish you could go in closer because his face is incredible. I might not have needed the second door on the right if it meant going in closer. B, and it works nicely in black and white. Amazing face. Thank you. Yeah, I just love the color and the pose and all the things hanging around. I'm going to say an A. As you can tell, I'm like a little nutty. It's like I wish on the top of the triangle of the bike I saw what was on the top. I'm still going to say an A because it's old fashioned and yet it's modern, and it's simple and it's complicated. Thank you. I like this better than the other flower because there's more things going, other flowers, because it's a competition about flowers and the composition and scale. A B, and you can see I just personally don't get excited about flower pictures, but maybe it could be, but it's still, I'd say a B, but beautiful color. And if this is what you love, you continue to do it and have a whole series of them and show them to Brooklyn Botanical Garden. I think, and it could be beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. it's nice that you got him look, that that person's looking you, another one's on the looking towards work. If you were lucky and somehow could make the reflection have caught some other kind of thing going on, that would have been splendid. Um, it's interesting. I'd still say it's a B, because I would want that right hand side to have some kind of magic also. But it's a very not nice. You nice? Glad nothing fell on you. Okay, thank you. But very nice face. Somehow I think this is the not person. But this one works better. Or someone who's interested in this one works better because even though it's a lot of green, it kind of plays off the red and the silver, and it is an unusual way to look at the top of a ladder. So I would move this one into the B rather to the B. Nice how the street light works there to show off the figure and the smokestacks, and I guess it's Con Ed or something like that. And I do see that. I do see the squares, the rectangles of pixels in the sky, and I hope that when you make a print of it, that somehow that could be disappear. But I'm still gonna. But also I like the way the white paint on the floor and the composition works really well, and your eye goes around. So I would say an A. It's a very sweet way gesture of this man relaxing on the job. The detractors that the orange and white structures seem to be what's in focus rather than his overalls. But yet I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe it's his dirt. But his face is not, the thing that's in focus. Though it's odd, though that steel beam he's holding, it seems to be. So something's off for me. I would say a B, but I don't know why. That some parts seem in focus and some don't. Maybe you got dirt on your lens. It's happened to me. Look. Interesting reflection, because you not really sure what it is. If I'm looking, you know, the flowers are what lets you know that you're looking down on a reflection, and I like that in what reads as the sky or the water, that is other little delicate tree branches are there in a different color. A B. I think this is the same person as the Con Ed building. And the best thing, the sheen on the water is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, and the composition is really nice. I'm seeing the same, whatever that banding is in the gray in the sky. It might be something that if you take the original image and process it a little different, it might have work better. And so since I was so tough on that first one of the scene, it might be someplace in Africa with those see-through figures, I'm gonna do, you know, both of them, they're like, I'm gonna say a B, because I don't know. Because if I gave if I gave those figures an A, B, then this can't get an A. That's why. That's why. But as the light is beautiful, I think there's something going on with the something you're doing with a digital image. The light's beautiful. He's, I love the best, like what's going on in the glasses. That's very interesting. And I don't even know how you're not in the photograph. Why don't I see the camera? And I know that you can't, make what's in the glasses in focus and have the rest of it be into focus. So maybe a little closer would work better. A B. You need to be closer in there. I think this is the same person who did the series with the boats. So as a series, I'd say it's a B. Because I could see something happening and the texture and there's some moodiness. By itself, I wouldn't get too excited. But I think together they worked. By itself, I would say, okay, it's a C. It's like, but there's something going on. And I might be wrong, but I think it's the same photographer. Could be wheat fields. People on their phone. The greens work really well. Oh, it's Babylon. Oh, they're waiting for the trains. Oh, this destination. Okay. All the greens work nice, and what's going on? I'm going to say a B. What could, like stupid little things like on the left-hand side, like why that black thing is in the composition like that, or the right, like why is that paper put off at the edge? Like, now you can't, you couldn't exactly yell down, move your paper, but it takes away from the composition. But I like, actually, it's a very nice bird. and the foam and it's not something I would typically go for, but I think it's really well done, and you feel the breeze and the joy. So but say an A. It's the color pops and the texture of the foam pops and nature's beautiful. I feel like I see this in color later on. Actually, whoever did it, you obviously didn't. There's a black edge around it because on the left-hand side the light cuts, so there's a black border. It's not cropped. It's not cropped exactly how the image was taken. A B. The figure. This is delicious. Makes me want to go to Coney Island. And she's so perfect, and her outfit's so perfect, and the stripes of the socks and the stripes of the socks with the stripes of the arcade sign, and you move all around an A. It's just like you just want to eat it up. I can see where you were going, but it's a little confusing. Like, is the figure on the left, which I don't even know what it is, and I guess it's part of a statue, but it kind of looks like ice cubes at the same time, and the statue's a little washed out, like the exposure's off. And I'm gonna say C. Technically, there's something it's not convincible to me that this is the color you really wanted it. It feels more like it's a little underexposed. And I could be wrong, but it's off. The nice about the birds conversing, that's the best part, that one's looking one way, not another one. A B. Maybe this is the same person who did those the first figures. This, I like her. I like the angles. I like the sheen. There's something in, and it's, forgive me, it might be intentional, but I'm not drawn to however these blacks are converted. Like I want a little black in there. It's more like grays. It's something off again in my opinion. So a B, and that's it. And it's a beautiful moment caught. I just want to go back. I was just there. Nice with the little, the heel bent on the left. We're walking in there and all the movement and the person walking that way, and enough of the signage that you that of course if it was a little bit more to the left, you can get the T and a little more of her arm, but it's oh, Paris B. To take me back. This is is this
What
flowers,
was
but
the score for number 36, please?
B. The sherbet of her hair color works beautifully with the flowers and the bench, and then there's someone else there. It's a very, very, very sweet photograph of New York City, or I assume New York City. And I'm gonna move into the egg because I like the little figure in the front and how the composition moves around. A. I'm thinking, is this Cuba? Where is it? He doesn't seem as focused as the tank. It's very nice and it's very calm, and a beautiful place, and he's very so pleased to be photographed by you. But I wish he was the person in the focus and maybe a little closer up towards as it's a B, but very nice. The person is so comfortable being photographed by you. No, the scale is so interesting in this one. Like they're like little munchkin trees. It almost could be like there's an artist, Laurie Simmons, who worked with dolls. So something mysterious about this one. And no, it sounds weird, but I'm gonna give it an A. It's because it's unusual pictures of these life forms. Because I don't understand it. It could be are they railroad? Is that, are they miniature little toy trees? This is something mysterious in there. Hey, got me guessing. Beautiful storm, beautiful capture. Nice light on a little thing. I feel like I've seen it before. Maybe I haven't. It's very nice, but I'm still gonna give it a B. because I don't feel the urgency of the story. I don't know, it's a B, but I, you know, I like it. It's well composed and a nice moment in nature. Okay, it's well done. It's in focus. It is colorful. It's, you know, doesn't excite me, but it's well done, and I'm gonna say a B. A B. This is someone visiting New York for the first time. B. And this one is like, I don't know why, you know, why, or I don't want to know why, or something. It's B. It's nicely done. I mean, it's well done. But something it doesn't turn me on. Okay. Whereas this one is so simple, but the color is exquisite. The color is exquisite, and the amount of it that's in the background and the chair from the angle, it's I've never I mean the bench, I've never seen a bench photograph like this. So I'm just saying, hey, it's and a beautiful color, snappy. No, just beautiful, beautiful. Nicely done. The hand is beautiful. You probably know I'm going to say, but what's when you when you convert your work, always keep your original file as well. When you, if you record it from black and white, from color to black and white, which probably was, because it feels like a little illustrative how the hand tones are. I'm going to say a B, but you know, it's a nice New York moment. But you know, the little window on top of New York going into sky, it's like, is it in? Is it out? Things like, it's a B. Get me a hot dog. You know what? The pixels don't bother me in this one. It feels like it's a part of it. And the egret or whatever that bird is very elegant, and there's it's a communion going between them. It could be a Japanese drawings, and I don't mind the conversion from color to black white. I'm assuming that it's converted. So, but so the composition is very nice, and it is a quiet moment. Must give it an A. And it's just beautiful nature. Oh, I wish his feet weren't cut off at the bottom. And it's funny, it looks like a sepia tone, right? The faces are beautiful, the sky's beautiful. It's their expressions are all different. If I was printing it, I would pump it up a little bit, but no, I'm A. It's exotic enough and sweet enough. I was hard on that first one. I'm sorry. So A. Her expression is one of pure joy. I want her face to be you know, it's almost the sign in the back is clearer than the body. I know it's movement, but it's a B. Though I would like her a little bit more to the left, and I don't, and the thing to the left of her hand, it's like I don't need that person's body or whatever that is over there. Feel like it could be cropped a little differently. But the joy is there, so a B. It's it's mysterious. Is it a glass bowl? Is it, you know, is it one of those see-through thing, maybe those mirrors? And the composition is nice, a B. Something like this would work well, you know, work as a series. By itself, it's not interesting enough. I can see it being a series of something. Uh, but it's an interesting composition of whatever it is. So a B. I like the shadows. It's nice how that blue thing is over his head like that. It's almost like a angel, you know, a halo, and a sweet expression. And the dark, the lights and shadow and eyes. I wish in the top right it wasn't so blown out, the bricks, but I'm gonna give it an A because what's in there is it works together. It moves your eye around. The color is beautiful. A. Oh, I want to go on that boat. Or is that sand? It's so there's a mystery. Is it sand? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is different colors? So because of the mystery and the light and the color, I'm gonna say an A. And this is beautifully done. It would, you know, it would just look, the person in Maine, this will look great in your house, right? So it's well done and it's pretty. A. The light's beautiful and the chairs make it. You know, sometimes it's some ways I feel like I've seen it a million times before, but I find myself looking more and more and more, trying to figure out what's inside. So it would depend how it looks as a print, but online, I'm gonna say A. It's tight enough and mysterious enough. I hate grading. It's sweet. I wish the boy on the right wasn't cut off, but it's a nice action and we could sure use more sweet moments right now. An A. A minus. A. The expressions are beautiful. I love her expression on the right. The bicycle doesn't work well enough for me. It's a detraction, or it's not. Somehow the angle's a little off that could have made it work better. It's a B, but her face, the best part is the woman's face on the right. The two faces. They're smiling for you. Oh, yeah. I'm being nutty. I'm being my father's daughter. It bothers me that the balloon is balloon is cut it off because it's so much a part of the picture. The light is beautiful. The moment it's a B. The cutoff balloon is a detraction for me.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. Yeah, the number 55, the image two inches ago, was that a B?
I don't know. Go back.
Oh, no, sorry, the two women in the window.
B.
Thank you.
Yes. It's just very hard to get photograph. I'm gonna say A. I mean, I like the feathers and the form and the magic and the yellow in the background even though they're off the leaves, kind of it's like a painting. And I okay. I think how the graffiti on the or the painting on the drawer, how it leads into the bicycle is very interesting. That it becomes a figure. And the textures and things like that. I'm gonna say a bead is something a little like maybe I know it's the doorway is like I'd like it to be perpendicular. It's a little bit on a slant, but I think you made something interesting of a very mundane moment. Okay. It's there. It doesn't, and I've seen the Millennium. It doesn't thrill me, but it's nicely done. A B. So, and this is another one that if you have a whole lot of series about this, it would work even better. Um, say B, but the colors seem a little muted. I'm not sure how it would really look if it was a print. But still, nice swarmy things happening going on. B. Ooh, I don't even know what kind of animal it is. So the he's a little soft focus. The little screw coming out is interesting, but it's still creepy. Creepy enough that I'm going to give it a B. Creepy. I don't like animals, but it would need to. It's oh the well of the puddle series. I'd say this one's an A. It could be a painting. It could be anything, and it really is crisp and knocks you out. You know, make sure I go all around. Be fun at any scale, and I don't even know what it is. So I'm gonna say A. Okay, sweet profiles of them. I think that, but they are it. I think you need to be closer. I mean, I guess you need somewhat in the background if you want to show that it's a bridge, but maybe not so much. So a B, but a very nice light on them and the syncopation in their legs and their expression going forth. I think if we got a little closer and close a little tighter, it would have worked better. O to these reflections work for me. It could be at J, if you need a reflection. Listen, Odell did a lot of things of reflections in windows. And I moves all around the space here. And make, as I'm gonna say, it works well. Hey, it's moving. Well, it's kind of timeless, isn't it? In the boat and the sail sign, and it's sweet. Say an A, and I don't even know what those traps are. It's just nature, and the new door and the old door. The texture's nice. A. Well, I've certainly never seen a strawberry and a fork photograph like this. And I think that's a strawberry. And I know, so I'm gonna say, I'll say it ain't, just makes you think. It's, and forgive me, whoever's this is, it's well exposed. The angle, the composition is nice. It's just not interesting, okay, to me. But I'm gonna say, because it's done nicely, I'll say a B, but it's in terms of subject matter, it's not there. His expression is very sweet. Both of their expressions are very sweet. I'd want either more or less of the person on the left. A B. Nice expressions. It's interesting because it's like, is it, I guess I don't even know what it is. Is it windows or is it stairways? It's the sense of scale is really hard to figure out, which is a good thing. The fact that the right hand side is blurry is a detraction. No, it's a B, but it's very mysterious. Mysterious. A little off in the angle. It's very lovely and dreamy. And I'm torn, but I'm still gonna give it a B. But it's but nice light and reflections on the water, working with the goldfish. And I like the little red thing on the top right. Ah, gee, we wonder what year this is, right? It is. Okay. Well, we know it's it's lovely. I'd like to see more of her gown, maybe down there rather than the sky. Or some of this architecture. I'm sure they love it. It's a lovely portrait of them. A B. Must be this. Here we are back at Coney Island. This, I think the thing that really makes it is the waitress in the back with her little bun. It just goes with the echoes the little circles there. Or I'm not sure if it's Coney Island, could be anywhere. Some places they speak Spanish. So 1980. Love their bodies and the colors. An A. It's almost there. It's a very almost there. But again, I don't know why there's a space on the top. Okay. But at first glance, you tricked me. I thought it was water spurting. So a B. I want her face is the most important thing. That's what needs to be in focus. And that's an interesting expression of someone in a vulnerable pose. But her body, I'm gonna say a B, but the face is the most important thing, not the clothing. It's sweet. Again, I'm being nutty, a little bit of the feathers down on the bottom, which would want to see them a little more in the composition. Maybe not as much black on top, though it's really tight. Or I'm gonna say B, but it's a very nice, loving portrait of these parrots. What if it kind of looks like the other one that was black and white, but it was more people. The window shape is interesting. It's like the Taj Mahal or something. So, but it doesn't thrill me enough to go into the next level. It's B. It's nicely done, you know. Okay, this one, the stripes of the verticals of the handrails, along with the stripes of what's worn on the concrete and the verticals of the steps and the way it's composed, is nicely composed, and it's a nice palette. A. I'm shaking my head back and forth. Okay, it's pretty color and you got some action going on there. B, but and I'm not even sure why. It's not more, but that's what it does. Actually, this is very nice. This was very nicely done. My brother in heaven would love this. And I'm gonna say, hey, it's really snappy. Kind of focus on that stick shift. Car lovers would love it. And there are funny things that are off, like with the other ones, but it doesn't bother me as much because it becomes a painting. I'm gonna say this one's A. It's just a lovely, lovely snowstorm moment with the dog, and everything kind of works around looking at it as a painting more than anything else. Though it might be a little over processed somehow, but still I like it as a watercolor. It's so sweet. I hope you're related to them. And A is so sweet, the way the little boy is captured in the comic book, and I didn't even know I think it's the mother looking at her phone, but their flesh is beautiful and very nice. A. he could have been really scary. The tones are beautiful. Composition is very nice. If it was about him, it might be a slightly different angle, so he's like towering into you. It's a B, but boy, I want to travel there. Okay, and it's kind of cool that you made it black and white. Hello, I'm gonna say Cuba. It's a little off with the cut. The car is so important. You need the tail, and the angle slightly off. Everything's slightly to the right rather than being parallel. But his pride and expression is very nice, and the other person looking at you is a B. It's hard to do underwater photography. This is what I think it's underwater or through an A. It's very challenging, and it's beautiful. The color is beautiful, nature's beautiful, and you got that little, I forget what the fish is called, just coming up nicely. An A. I like how the gates go down and everything goes in, and then these little people. Hey, well done. Just, what brings your eye all the way in. Poor little goats, hungry goat. Yeah, this one feels a little washed out. And I don't know what. But and it actually might be something on the lens, because in the I want to point to the thing, there's like a smudge on the leaves. I'm going to say a B, but because even though I'm saying the other one, oh well, she said that's okay. Another one, this one it doesn't work as well for me. But interesting, and and this is a unusual view and well composed of something very mundane. So I'm going to say an A, because it's well done. Because I'm not sure if I'm looking vertically or horizontally. It's an interesting scene. An interesting, uninteresting scene. There's mystery here. I don't know if it's ice. I don't know if it's a plant. Something feels a little slightly off focus to me. Might not be. So I'm going to say a B, because it might have worked better as a vertical. I'm not convinced about the composition, but it's interesting, the light to darks, and I want to know, and it's interesting. I can see why you took the photograph. And it's beautiful, very nice, beautiful, rich blacks and grays. I don't, I think I am a documentary person, so I'm wondering, why did you leave something have purple in it and other ones black and white and grays? So I'm going to say B, but I can, it's very well composed and nice sheened. But as an image, it leaves me questioning. Yes. He's so beautiful. Doesn't yes, I would like top of his head all the way closer, but he's luscious and the eyes are gorgeous, and the parents should be very happy that you caught this mess. Oh. And I want to speak about the first picture again. I want to give you an A-. It's beautiful. It really, I would love to see you do it again. It's a great, those people in the first thing in something that might be Africa or something like that. It's a fantastic image. I hope you have the original files.
Okay, Meryl, I have 32 As.
Oh, okay.
Same here.
Okay. Out of those 32 As, we want you to pick honors, those that are really superior. You want to see them all first, or do you want to just go through one at a time, or?
Chuck, for some reason, I lost the screen share.
Yes, we stopped sharing for a moment.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yes, would you just run through them fast first, and then I'll go back? And how many do you? Is there a certain number you'd want to
No,
say?
as many as you want or as few as you want for the honors.
Okay, this is going to be very yeah, just run through fast, but it's going to be very subjective. And I know you know. I hope everyone understands that.
Okay, so now we'll go through them and you can say yes or no for honors.
Okay. I'll rather just say honors. Honors.
Could we please have the numbers read
Yes.
out?
Did
Yes,
we have
thank
to
you.
wait a minute? You have to wait a minute.
Okay,
Okay, now we'll, okay, just wait a minute. Okay, number 6,
Yes,
honors,
honors. I'll just say honors.
yes. 8,
Not
9,
honors.
11,
Honors.
19,
Honors.
23,
Not
no,
no. Honors. 30 honors.
30, honors, okay. 32,
Honors.
37,
No.
39,
Honors.
43,
Honors.
45,
Honors.
46,
Oh, I'm gonna say no, but I love it. Okay. No.
50,
Honors.
51,
Honors.
Yes, she said.
yes?
Yeah, yes, honors.
She didn't say. 52,
Honors.
53,
Honors.
54,
No.
55, 57,
No.
62,
Honors.
64,
Honors.
65,
No.
66,
No. No. Sorry. No.
72,
Honors.
77,
No.
79,
Honors.
80,
Honors.
81,
Honors.
84,
Honors.
85,
Honors.
87,
No. No. Sorry. Go vote for-
and 90.
No.
Okay,
I'll make him honors. He's so cute. Cute. So cute.
All right, just a minute. I'm trying to,
that's good.
I'm
What
hitting
about-
it, but it's not going back. There we go. Okay. She gave 22 on.
There are
You
20
gave 22 honors.
22 honors. From
Okay.
the 22, you have to pick one image of the month.
Number 32.
Number 32,
Tube dash.
this one?
Yes. Right.
Christine. What? Oh, 5 stars. Recommend 5. Now one.
Okay, we're now going to go through and announce the winners. First, the A's.
It went on the
Number 8, X Marks the Spot by Mike Schleif.
This is taken in front of the new Chase building on 45th and Park.
So is it
Okay.
looking down? Is it looking down or looking forward?
No, it's looking up.
It's
I
great.
was in a cab at the time
Right.
on the
My
street
heavens.
level.
Oh, my heavens.
of the people all the way down.
I've seen that building. It's a great shot.
Okay, number
That's
23, The Wait by Carlton Johnson.
Yes, this was taken on the Lower East Side, I believe the Con Ed facility at night and kind of a cloudy day. Thank you.
Number 37, The Colors of Spring by George Corbin. Are you here, George? You have to unmute.
He was here. He's still here.
It's quiet.
Chuck, can you, or Helen, can you bring the picture up? Because we're seeing everything. We're seeing the thumbnails, we're seeing the things on the left.
Yes. I
Command-
can,
command it.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
That's
George
better.
is
Thank you.
mute.
Hmm?
Okay, next. Number 46, On the Rift Valley by Ruth Yashpan.
So they just approached our cars, our car on the Rift Valley.
Okay,
Did you
and
take
A
the
for
last
number
picture?
54, Kids by Larry Sapadin. Larry?
He left.
Okay. Number 57, Eagle Landing by Chuck Pine.
I knew it was.
This is a bald eagle. It was actually shot on a club field trip to Alaska. We were on a cruise up the Inside Passage.
Wow.
Okay. Number 65, Bayou Shack by Jeff Langford.
Yes, I was drawn to this mostly because of the combination of decay and apparent attempts to make something fixed, something new, something old. I just like the kind of decay look to the whole thing.
Okay,
And you're also
Um,
they were also helping get rid of an invasive species, the nutria.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I just
Reminds-
noticed it.
It reminds me of a famous Walker Evans pictures with fish bait and signs.
next, number 66. Fruit in Motion by Hetty Klein.
Yeah, it was at one of the club year-end dinners many years ago, and I do like intentional camera motion, so I took a bunch of pictures, and that's what this is.
Oh, you have another
Okay.
dinner coming up.
What?
You have another dinner coming up. Club dinner.
An A for Amor by Christine Doyle.
Yeah, hi, this was taken in somewhere in Japan when we were there on a tour last year. We were in many cities. In Japan, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I've
It was
never-
it was a back alley, and I was wandering by and I just saw all the lines there, and I just loved it. Thank you, Meryl.
Next, an A for Steps by Dove Bieber.
Stepped out.
He is here. Dove, unmute yourself. Guess not.
Okay. Let's move on now to the A's with honors. Number 6, Rocky Shores by Dudley Slater.
This is Cape Disappointment on the Washington coast, shot with a long lens, focus stacking, and I was really taken by the way the light was kind of diffusing across the water in the background.
A with honors, Stairs by Larry Sapadin.
He left.
Okay. A with honors, Faith by Alec Rill.
He didn't show up tonight.
That's number 11, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 19, A with honors, Saigon by Alan Lauer.
Yeah, I was walking around Saigon this December, and this woman looked pretty comfortable lying on the ground. That's kind of thought was pretty impressive. You can fall asleep on the hard ground.
Okay, A with honors, Oyster Catcher by Sonia Durante.
This was taken at Jones Beach. The birds seem to be having a good time.
Okay, A with honors, In Line by Ann Broder.
This was taken in Nova Scotia, and those trees were lined up on someone's lawn.
But how big are they? Are they small or are they big? So mysterious.
They were quite big, actually.
And then sideways, so strange. Okay.
A with honors, Princely Bench by Madeline Barbara.
This decorative iron bench was taken in San Miguel de Allende, and I swapped out the background.
A with honors, number 45, Snakebirds by Eveline Appel.
This was, excuse me, this was taken in Florida in the Japanese garden near where you live, Chuck and Helen.
Yes.
It looks so Japanese. The composition's so Japanese.
A with honors, number 50, Cigarette Break by Puneet Sood.
Yeah, this is taken on McDougal Street in the village, outside a restaurant, bunch of people taking a break and all.
A with honors, Death Valley Sand and Snow by Dudley Slater.
Yeah, this was a January morning, obviously after a snowstorm in the surrounding mountains, and it was very difficult because it was so windy. And I finally kind of gave into it and decided to try and capture the sand movement that the wind was creating. And it just struck me as interesting.
Yeah.
Number 52, A with honors, Early Morning Lighthouse, Marlene Schonbrun.
Yeah, it wasn't in Maine, Merrill. It was taken in Nova Scotia.
Mm. But it would work in the Maine, and the woman who there's a woman here from Maine. Okay.
A with honors, number 53, Mosaic in Glass by Mike Schleif.
Yes, this was taken at one of the club's Labor Day parties at Gladys's house.
A with honors, number 62, Floating Cells by Natalie Manzino.
She must be away
She is.
Yes.
In Scotland.
in Scotland, right?
A with honors, number 64, Fifth Avenue by Alan Lauer.
Yeah, this is a reflection of a Victoria's Secret's window on Fifth Avenue. Mannequins are just kind of watching everything.
A with honors, number 72, Coke, Please by Florence Foreman.
She didn't come this evening.
Okay. A with honors, number 79, Baby, You Can Drive My Car by Remy Daglin.
I visited a classic car show in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I thought that was interesting like that.
A with honors, number 80, Blizzard by Albin Davis. Is Albin with us?
He was, let me see, he left.
Okay. A with honors, number 81, Garden Visit by Karen Corrigan.
Thank you, Merrill. It's easy to miss Paris. This was taken in the garden of the Picasso Museum.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you were the other Paris picture.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. A with honors, number 84, Found Nemo by Ann Broder.
This was taken in Mystic, Connecticut, at the aquarium.
Oh, so it was through the glass.
Yeah.
A with honors, number 85, Kotrovic Beach by Richard Borowski.
Yeah, that was taken 55 years ago. And when I finally decided to print the negative, it took almost that amount of time cleaning it. Thank you.
A with honors, number 90, Charisse by Evelyn Appel.
A little girl in the Catskill in the farm a long, long time ago who loved peanut butter.
You know the kid?
It's probably her grandson.
Adorable. Okay.
Oh, this is just.
And the image of the month, number 32, Tube Dash by Christine Doyle.
Yeah, hi, everybody, and thanks, Meryl. As you guessed, it was in Coney Island a couple of years ago, and just, the colors and everything just worked. So.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Norman Rockwell. I'm
I
terrible.
loved, like, I can't get over that her thumb is up and on the side, you can just barely see it. So,
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
great. It's great.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, thank everybody. And number, the first picture that I said was, it should have been an A. The first one, whoever it is, where I said I didn't like the way it was processed, the image is unforgettable. So my apologies to you.
Well, we're
Whoever-
changing that to an A.
No.
the very first one with the scene.
We can't do that, I don't think.
No, we don't do that.
No.
Okay, we don't do that. Okay, but if whoever it is you there, it's an amazing image. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Meryl. Great job.
Thank you.
Good judging.
Thank you,
Okay,
Meryl.
everybody.